Well, hey, neighbor, it's me, Angie. Come on in. This is our live neighborhood chat. Yeah, I didn't put up a I thank y'all for coming and visiting me today. I'm glad y'all were here. And I'm going to have to tell you all that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I will have my neighborhood. Hey, neighbors. How are y'all? Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Miss Mau. How are y'all doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. What is going on today? It's sunshiny and it was 56 or 57 when I woke up this morning. But what is it right now? I've been busy this morning. It's 75 right now in Mississippi. Nice weather. I plan on getting outside after I have my live chat. Um, what have y'all been doing? Jeffrey made it in. And Miss Meow Meow. I like saying that. Meow Meow. And there's my beautiful twin Claudette. I am doing good. I'm slowly getting over the big event that we had this weekend. You know, we had Lincoln Friday night, Saturday night, and all day. Well, we didn't have him all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Taylor and Brent came home Sunday afternoon. She came home from the hospital. And so he didn't rest very well that first night. Lincoln didn't. He It was like he could tell that he wasn't at home. He had never spent the night with us. He had only stayed during the day and he had never had to spend the night. And I think he didn't understand. Well, I knew, or I know he didn't understand what was going on. And he was restless. But we made it through that first night, and I can tell you he slept really well the second night. We all did. Claudette, she's feeling much better after going through what she did with the shunt uh malfunctioning, and it had been malfunctioning for months. And it would just start and stop, start and stop. Um, she's just getting as much rest as she can right now. I'm just glad it's over with. Uh, she's glad it's over with. She's going to be off work at least 3 weeks that she knows of. Brent's going to be off with her 2 weeks. She can't lift Lincoln. You know, she can't lift not even 5 pounds. She can't lift. But both the children and their families are going to be here. Matt and Haley and the two girls are coming Friday, and we're going to have our Easter Saturday. And both the children and the grandbabies will be here this weekend. They won't be here Sunday because they want Livy and Berkeley to have Easter on Easter Sunday at their house, you know, when they set out their Easter baskets and all that, you know. So I understand that. Sort of like Christmas. They want them to be at their house. Um, they will, Claudette, they will not change a VP shunt until it completely shuts down. or something starts going wrong. Their reasoning behind it is it's a brain surgery, and anytime you go in and do something to the brain, you penetrate the brain and you could have a stroke, a brain bleed, you know, just something major could happen. And they don't want to take that chance. They can't just guess that something's wrong with it. They have to know something is wrong with it. And I'll tell y'all a funny story. She got a notice from her insurance that said they wasn't sure that her surgery was medically necessary. That's kind of comical to me that your insurance would send you a document saying we're reviewing your case. We don't know if your surgery was medically necessary or not. Okay, so you have a bunch of neurosurgeons that come into this emergency room and they say, okay, her shunt is shutting down, but and they know more than you do about the procedure, but yet still you're saying that you don't know if it's medically necessary for her to have a revision. I mean, really? So she had me listen in yesterday when she called, and of course she gave them permission to talk to me, and I wasn't very nice about them making the remark about we don't know if it was medically necessary for you to have a revision. Are you kidding me right now? Are you is and that's what I asked them. I said, "Are you joking? Is this a joke? Are you serious?" I could see if it would have been maybe a breast reduction, some other type of surgery, but we're talking about brain surgery. I was not happy. But you're gonna get and I told her, the lady that I spoke with, I said, look, you know that I know that you're playing games. You know that I know that, right? We're just gonna have to go through this song and dance. Uh she just sent me a text that said, they just got my papers, but she said it takes 7 to 10 days. You don't get anything done quickly anymore. But I've been dealing with insurance companies ever since Taylor was born with her complication getting the shunt put in. Uh, so I told the lady, I said, this isn't my first party. This isn't my first dance. This isn't my first rodeo. I mean, you want to start dancing? We can start dancing because I can guarantee you I'm going to win this one. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Gizmo. It's just I don't want to put you. I don't want to put you through all that. Oh, I'm sorry, Gizmo. Bless your heart. Claudette, can you get that, please? So anyway, yeah. Now she's having to fill out all the papers. Hold on a minute. Hey, Austin, how are you? What's going on? Claudette, did you see that in the chat? Did you catch that? You didn't see it? We had a crazy to come in. Yeah. Hey Terry, how are you doing? Be watching because I'm sure they'll come back with some crazy mess. What you doing, Terry? Claudette's dropping links. Thank you. Oh, but anyway, insurance are just gonna. But that's one thing I can say about James's insurance. They've never denied me anything, anything that I ever asked for, as far as handicap or you know my wheelchairs, uh, anything I've ever the leg things for to get the fluid off my legs, my scooter, uh oh my goodness, any apparatus that I had to have for my being handicapped, they've never denied me. Never. When I started getting walkers and those rollerators, and then I went to a wheelchair and a scooter, and um, anything I asked for with Jay, and any procedure that I had to have, they never questioned it. Never questioned it. So his insurance has never questioned it, which I was kind of scared. Well, not really scared, but kind of hesitant when I started to get my new wheelchair. I thought, well, they might pay for it, they might not. I had a few doubts about it, but I just had in my mind, well, I'll just keep my old wheelchair until it just completely wears out. But yes, they have. Yes. Hey Day to Day, how are you? Welcome in. Um, so when she got that notice from her insurance saying that they wasn't sure that her surgery was medically necessary, I told the lady on the phone, I said, this is comical. This really is comical. But they didn't even read the papers. They just hit the notice that said, we don't think your surgery was necessary. So that meant that put the ball back in her court for her to have to do something in order for them to pay for it. Because that's not a cheap surgery. That's not a cheap surgery. Neurosurgeons are not cheap at all. And so I'm sure that's why they kicked that out and said that, oh, we don't know if it's necessary. So all that did was put it back on her to have to argue with them about it being necessary. The lady said some nurse was supposed to be calling her. Well, what does that nurse know? That nurse wasn't there when they did the surgery. What does that mean? Oh, it just absolutely just irritated me. But when it comes to your children, you're going to fight for everything. Well, hello, Michael. Oh, thank you, Michael. Yeah, my daughter, and that's all over with. Thank the Lord. I'm just thankful she's okay now. and and I hope this shunt lasts several years too. I don't know if y'all know what it looks like. I wanted to show y'all. Um, because a lot of people don't know. Let me see, let me see, let me see. See, it hooks to your brain, and the pump is right here. If y'all can see it, the pump is right here, and it comes down your neck, and it goes into your abdomen, and your abdomen absorbs the extra fluid that comes off your brain. And that is, yes, you have to go down it attaches to her brain. You have to actually go through the skull and get to the brain. Then you have to attach it to the brain. Then it comes down behind the ear, and the pump's about right here. And it comes down beside her right here, and it goes down into her. Um, yes, it is. It is. Yes, day to day. Yes, my daughter had to have a revision. She has hydrocephalus, but when she was, they found it on my sonogram when I was 9 months pregnant, and at 12 days old, she got a shunt, a VP shunt. At 6 months old, she got a revision. Then in second grade, she got another revision. Well, she hasn't had a revision since second grade, and she's 29 years old. So it was time. They said it had a crack in it, and it had calcified to her neck. It had been in her so long that uh, it had just calcified. And she would tell us, Mama, my neck is hurting so bad. My neck hurts so bad. Well, now we know why her neck was hurting, because, oh, your sister has a shot? Oh, okay. Um, Now we know why her neck was hurting, but I don't know if y'all remember me saying this, but some of you do remember this if you follow me. You know, she was having all these complications before she got pregnant with Lincoln. And she was on the keto diet, and her sodium, potassium got messed up and all that. Well, I think it was malfunctioning then, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. Well, by the time she would get to the hospital, it would start again, and they couldn't do anything. Let me share something. I always keep the measurements available. My sister went to sleep for 30 days after a scan. It took that long to realize just why she wouldn't wake. Um, I don't know if you were in here Friday day to day, but my daughter was at work, and I get a call. Hey, Leon, saying that she's unresponsive at work, and they're trying to reach her husband. She's in a full blown seizure to the point where she's unconscious, and her heart rate's 117. Her blood pressure is 94 over 88, and she's rejecting the shunt. I mean, it's completely shutting down. And she had texted me earlier that day and said, Mama, I'm so sleepy, I can't keep my eyes open. And I said, are you pregnant? Because you know, when you first get pregnant, you get really sleepy the first few weeks. And she said, no, Mama, and laughed. And then I get that call that said she's unresponsive. I said, whoa, do you mean unresponsive, not breathing, or unresponsive, not answering your question. There's a difference. Well, we got to her husband got to her, we got Lincoln, that's her 15-month-old son. They went to Jackson. Come to find out, her shunt had a crack in the where it attaches to your neck, and it was starting and stopping, and it was just enough fluid going through it that she would have good days, and once the fluid built up over days, she would go into one of her seizures, or sleeping a lot, or throwing up, or bad headache. When you're shunt, when you have more fluid on your brain than you're supposed to, of course you're going to have a headache. Your head's going to hurt. And that's exactly what she went through. I'm so sorry you all went through this. Thank God she's better now. It was scary because I'm in a wheelchair. I don't drive. I can't get to her. Luckily, and by the grace of God, my husband was at home, James. I go to the door. I am just, he sees that something's wrong. He comes over there and I start telling him. He's like, calm down, I'm going. I'm telling him, don't, I'm not going. It's going to take you 30 minutes to get me in the in our vehicle, my wheelchair on the back of it. You just go. And so he goes down there, and she is in a bad way when he gets there. And anyway, long story short, she got a revision, everything. And what was, hindsight's 2020. The doctor came in, one of the neurosurgeons, because there's a team of them. Well, the hospital she went to was actually the hospital where she was born, and they had all of her records, and it's a teaching hospital, and it's a children's hospital, and it has adults too, but it's known for their children's unit because it's so good. And he come in and said about it. He said, what I want you to do, they do something called tapping, and that means they draw fluid off of it, and they see if it's working. They can tell if it's it's calibrated, and they can tell if it's how much fluid's going through it when they tap the shunt. That's what they call it. And he started to tap it. He said, okay, I want you to press down. Well, when she pressed down, more fluid come through the valve, the shunt. He said, yeah, it's not working. It's malfunction. So she said, no wonder, Mama, let me tell you this. She said, when I would have a spell and I would feel like I'd have to go to the bathroom, and I would go to the bathroom and apply pressure, and I would feel better when I would press down to go to the bathroom. And I said, yeah. She said, well, when I would strain, more fluid would come through the shunt, and it would relieve my headache. Now, this is the craziest thing. She said it would relieve my headache. Or if she threw up, it would relieve her headache, because she would have strained to throw up, and all that extra fluid would come on out. It's just crazy. But there's a doctor actually the clinic that I go to for my general practitioner doctor. He has 2 shunts. He has one on each side of his head. This is a doctor now. He did not even know he had hydrocephalus till he was up in age. I mean, a lot of years. I guess maybe you can develop it, but usually having a shunt or having fluid is a result of something else. You just don't have a shunt. That's why they watched Taylor very closely when she was born, because there's no medical reason why she has hydrocephalus. Usually, when you have hydrocephalus, you either have spina bifida, a brain tumor, a brain cyst, a brain bleed, some kind of trauma to your brain causes you to have a shunt. You just don't have a shunt or have hydrocephalus for no reason. Well, they never could find out why Taylor had it. What happened. And she never had neurological problems. She graduated from college with a 4.0. She never had motor skill problems. She played every kind of sport she wanted to play. Um, we would tell her teachers that every year before she went into the next grade, we would tell her teachers, you need to make sure if she starts sleeping a lot or starts throwing up, or if she tells you her head hurts, or if she falls off playground equipment and hits her head, we need to know because she has a shunt. And they're like, wait a minute, she has what? She has a VP shunt. They're like, no way. No way. We would have never known because usually your motor skills are slower. Your learning, sometimes you have a learning disability. They called hers in time on my sonogram that the fluid was just back here in the back of her brain where your eyesight is. So it hadn't moved up to the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is your learning. And it didn't reach that. It didn't reach her frontal lobe. Thank goodness. So really, I know all babies are miracles, but Taylor is really like a really miracle baby. And if it hadn't been for James, I would have probably hovered over her because I'm mama. But every time she wanted to do something like play a sport, because her neurosurgeon told us when she was an infant, he said, don't treat her any different than you treat him, and pointed to Matt, my son. You let her do anything that she wants to do except box. She cannot box. She can't be being hit in the head or, any head trauma. But if she wants to try anything, you let her do it. Don't hold her back. Well, I, being mama, I'd always, she don't have to do that. And James was like, she's going to do it. If she wants to play ball, if she wants to, because she played softball, basketball, she rode motorcycles, she skied on water. She done everything. Oh, hey, Purple Wings, I love you too. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Oh, I didn't know this, but the whole time she was pregnant, every time they would do a sonogram on her, she would ask them, is his brain okay? He doesn't have hydrocephalus, does he? And she mentioned that later on during her pregnancy. And I told James, I said, she was worried about her baby having hydrocephalus. And she said I would ask every time they did a sonogram, was his brain okay? Oh, I'm so glad, Purple. I love you and I'm praying for you. But James, I made this huge, I'm gonna tell y'all. He told me to make a grocery list for this weekend, the pickup where you have to go pick it up when he left this morning. Well, he and I don't, for the last several months, and I don't know why, we haven't been doing groceries like, some people go every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or whatever. Well, sometimes it'll be 2 months before we really go to the grocery store. Now he'll go pick up milk and bread and butter, um, uh, just things like that, stuff that you need immediately. But we hadn't gotten groceries in several months. So I knew it was going to be a pretty big list. So I said, oh goodness, wait till he sees this grocery list. But it's a pickup. So he doesn't have to actually go in and get the stuff, but he's going to have to bring it inside and we're going to have to put it up. But the funny thing is, my son, when they said they were coming Friday, he and Haley both are taking off work. I think Matt has one patient. Hey Nez, one patient to see Friday, and then they're headed this way. And he was like, Mom, can we have ham and dressing and roast and Dad's corn salad and your broccoli and cheese, and we can fix some potato salad? And he was just going on, and I had just got out of my mouth, James, I really don't want to have a big lunch for Easter. I don't really want us to cook a big lunch. And of course, Matt calls and he is all up in. He wants to have all this stuff. And I just kind of laughed. I said, well, it won't be very many more years that we won't be able to cook like this. I guess we better do it while we can. So it's on now. We are having this big, huge meal Saturday. My youngest sister called and they're not coming. I don't know about my oldest sister. She'll probably drop by and see the babies. She loves to see my grandbabies, so she'll probably drop by and see the babies. Nez, I hope you're doing well, honey bun. Y'all check out these channels that are coming in. Some of these channels are, well, all of them are really excellent. Y'all need to check them out. Y'all know I love each and every one of you, and it made my heart feel so good that I had all of you praying when my daughter was going through what she was going through. It made me feel so loved and so peaceful knowing that I had other people praying for her. Hey, Lisa Fun Finds, how are you? There's Lisa. Lisa's so sweet. Lisa, of course, has auctions and she's in Texas. And the other night when I went into her auction, I hope I didn't dream this, but I think she was dressed like a Texan. I think she had on a cowboy hat and she looked really cute, which Lisa always looks really cute. Some people can look cute no matter what they are wearing. And so y'all check her channel out. She has a really good auction. Claudette knows. Claudette and we've been chasing each other around this morning, hitting up all the auctions. I have actually, with James working days, let's see. Monday I had the lady that cleans my house and my nurse come by Monday. Tuesday I had my physical therapist and my nurse practitioner come by. And today it's just been me and it's felt so good. But these last 3 days that James has been working days, I've actually been able to sleep good and get rest after the weekend that we had with, having Lincoln. He wore us out. Love him. Best child. All we had to do is make sure he was fed, bathed. He got sleep, changed his booty. And he was a happy baby. But man, he can get into stuff. James took him outside a lot so he could run around outside and burn up some energy. What are y'all doing for this weekend? What are y'all doing for Easter weekend? Are y'all having family over, or are y'all going somewhere? Hey, Auntie Mama, how are you doing? Good to see you. So glad you made it. Auntie Mama comes on early in the morning, early. But I make it sometimes, and I really enjoy it. She has some good conversation, and she always reads the bread of life, and it's a scripture for us to have for the day, which always makes me feel comfort. And as why I say that, Uniques by the Creek, Terry, I don't know if y'all are following her, but she does a devotion in the mornings. I always watch her devotion, and it's just a short little uh devotion in a verse, and it helps me so much. It is so good. Claudette, are you seeing that? Claudette. Oh no, I banned Auntie Mama. Now how do I get Auntie Mama back? How do I get Auntie Mama back? Does anybody know? Auntie Mama, I'm so sorry. Gizmo, go get a life somewhere, please. Yeah, you're still here, Auntie Mama. Woo. Sorry about that. We got I got crazy O's coming in. You see that no, I can't see it. I can't see it, Claudette. Hey Sandy, I don't know what's going on. I said a prayer every morning and said Angie can't do anything about it. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Love you. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Mama, for understanding. Oh, okay. As long as you got it. As long as you got it. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. All right. We're gonna did y'all put in there what y'all gonna do this weekend? I didn't read anything about it. Y'all are y'all just gonna sleep through the weekend? Get some rest? Or are y'all gonna cook or go on a trip or hide out? What y'all gonna do? I mean, I don't know if everybody celebrates Easter or not. Some of y'all may not. I don't know, which is fine. I want to show y'all something. And y'all see this? I don't know if y'all know Yarn Again, Teresa. She does auctions with Dawn Southern Finds. Uh oh, you might rest. Let's see. You might rest while my daughter gets to see her grandma. Oh, we grandmas need to see our babies now. Oh, Purple's gonna cook a ham. Oh, we're gonna cook a ham too. I got to help Uncle Daddy plant the garden. Y'all have a wonderful day. Hope to be with you, be with some of the family. Okay, Auntie Mama, I love you. You get that garden planted. I can't wait to see it. But anyway, I'm doing anything my babies are to celebrate, but they will go to church. Yeah. Do y'all have sunrise service, or do y'all just have regular service? When I used to attend church, we would always have sunrise service. And when I mean sunrise service, I mean get to church at 6 o'clock in the morning. Have church, excuse me, have church at 6 o'clock in the morning. We always had huge dinners, and I'd make. Now with the kids and granddaughter 7 hours away, we don't do much. I understand that, Claudette. I didn't really want to do a huge meal. I wanted to hunt Easter eggs. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy that. Watching the children hide and hunt eggs. And Berkeley's at the age now, I'm sure she's gonna rule the roost and lead Lincoln around everywhere to find eggs. And then next year, Olivia will be old enough, she'll be Lincoln's age, and they'll all three be hunting eggs. Sunrise at the lake. Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay, I'm going to make dinner for my daughter. Hot dogs and corn on the cob. Ooh, I love corn on the cob. That sounds awesome. My siblings have their own kids and many grandbabies here in town, so we'll try to do something. I get that. I get that, Claudette. Hey, Pamela, how are you? Hey, living for Jesus. How are you doing? We're just talking about what everybody's going to do for the weekend. Oh, but now I have, yes, I do. I have some new trivia questions. What you're originally supposed to do, it comes with a die, dice, and you're supposed to roll it. And if you roll a one, two, three, or four, that's the question that you get. It's for the family to play. And I want our family to play this weekend. And see, that's why I really didn't want to have a big meal, because if we have a big meal, we'll have to cook Friday and then have the big day Saturday. But oh my goodness, both children wanted this big, huge meal. Oh, building a chicken coop. Okay. Hello. Let me go back up. I don't want to miss anybody. Radazzle, welcome in. All right, so here we go. Get your thinking caps on. We're going to do a couple of these. All right, let's see what's going on. Let me mix them up. What is the only bird that is known to fly backwards? The only bird that can fly backwards. They love Mama's cooking. Yeah, they do. I don't know if y'all thought about this or not, But when somebody else cooks your food in the family or fixes your plate or makes you a sandwich, it's always better. You can make yourself a sandwich and then you can get someone else to make you a sandwich and it just tastes better. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but that's what I think. Yes, the hummingbird. Yes. Yes, and my hummingbirds have not made it yet. I'm hoping in May that I had like 20 hummingbirds last year that would come feed at my feeders, and we only had two or three feeders, and I had like 20. And the male hummingbird is the one that has the red on its neck. Of course, all birds, the male bird is always the more attractive bird to me. Very pretty. Now, I'm not saying the female's not pretty. She is. Like the female cardinal is pretty, but the male cardinal is beautiful. The male cardinal, is the one that really stands out. That's all red, that deep red. The female's not, doesn't look like that. And Claudette said, "That's true, Angie. I've always said that. It's the touch they have." Yeah, fish are the same way. We always the male with more vibrant colors. See, I didn't know that about fish, Claudette. I didn't know that. But I have always wanted one of those tropical fish tanks, but they say those are hard to take care of. Having one of those tropical fish tanks and the tropical fish, and they say that tropical fish are very expensive. So I didn't know if I wanted to put that much money into something because I can't even keep a cactus alive. So I'm thinking, what made me think that I could keep a fish alive? And oh, yeah, you've seen your first hummingbird, Sandy? Nice. Yeah, we had a 180-gallon saltwater. Oh, I bet that was beautiful. I bet you know a lot about fish then. Tropical fish are expensive and hard to take care of, and they get sick easily. My brother had a fish tank with tropical fish in it, and he was always spending money on it. See, and I'm afraid I cannot even do plants. I don't know why I think I could do tropical fish. It took lots of research and cash. Don't have it anymore. It was amazing. Yeah, I figured you did because I don't think you do anything. You don't go into anything without really researching it and knowing what you're getting into. There is more to know than people know. It took 2 years of research before we did it. Oh, wow. I don't think I'll be doing it then. I don't think I'll be doing it. No, but God's creation of birds and fish and the different animals. I mean, oh, and the trees and the flowers. It's just amazing. And I don't think people stop and really look, you know what I'm saying, at their surroundings and really pay attention to the beauty that God has given us to have in this world. We just fly and go and do and don't even stop and, like they say, smell the roses. All right. How many zeros are there in a million? Best place to see tropical fish is in the ocean. Oh, I know. I know. But I've never had a desire to scuba dive. I have never had a desire to put a tank on my back and go down on deep water and I mean I would love to see. the fish, but I don't think I would scuba dive um to do it. I don't think I'd want to do that. Uh-uh. Knowing me. How many zeros is there in a million? Does anybody know how many zeros is? I'd like to find out if in my checking account how many zeros is in a million. I'd like to find out. I'd like to see it in my checking account. Yes, purple. Six. Six. But I'm gonna give y'all an easy one. How many legs? No. How many eyes do spiders have? I did until a jellyfish got me, then it was over. They say that hurts. They say that hurts when you get bit by a jellyfish. Yep. Claudette said 8. That's right. That's right. That's right. 8. What is the proper name for your windpipe? What is the proper name for your windpipe? Yeah, that's an easy one too. Do y'all know? Don't worry about the spelling. Don't worry about the spelling. Claudette said neck. Trachea. Yep. Yep. Oh, I want to tell y'all something else that happened. Um, I woke up about 2 weeks ago and was going to my emails. All my emails were gone. Like Google had deleted all my emails. I don't know why it happened. I still don't know why it happened. Uh, just my inbox, there was nothing there. And there was several things in that email that I would keep, like people's addresses, like when they would win something on my channel and I would do a giveaway or whatever, and they wouldn't have to repeatedly send me their address. I would have it. All that's gone. And I don't know why. And Josie, I had to send her a message to get her to send me that picture that we, where our show is, the calm before the storm, the picture of us showing, our thumbnail. And I had to get her to send it to me again. And I was explaining to her that my emails just got deleted. I just woke up and they were gone. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced that. My spam was gone. My everything, nothing. It was just clean. It was like a new email. It was strange. It was really strange. Uh, Taylor come up. She said, "Mama, we want to dye a few eggs. We're gonna have some plastic eggs, but we want to." To me, that's what it is when you have children. Sometimes if you go over to what you set your cell phone allows, they will delete, or maybe you have in your settings for so many days to delete. I know if it sets in trash long enough, it disappears or something like that. But I didn't know that they would delete everything. I mean, I didn't realize that after a certain amount of time. I didn't even know that was a thing. But Taylor was talking about us dyeing eggs. And because I'm like, we're not just having plastic eggs. Because the first few years that Berkeley was here, by herself as a grandbaby, Matt was like, why don't we just do plastic eggs? I'm like, no. Every child should experience dyeing eggs. You know, the vinegar and the little tablet thing and dipping the egg. And he was worried about it making a mess. Were you ever deprived of not having Easter, dyeing Easter eggs? I said, I cleaned up a mess after you and Taylor dyed eggs, and I think you can do that with your child. And he just kind of laughed. But she saw this thing, and I don't know if y'all have ever tried it. Y'all can tell me. She saw this thing. Hold on. We had an earthquake today. Oh my gosh. Was it bad, Purple? Was it bad? Yes, we used to have 100% of eggs hidden with candy, chocolate, coins, little toys. It was always so much fun. We always dyed eggs. Yes, that's part of it. Oh, you didn't feel it? 3.0? Oh, okay. Man, so much is going on. But anyway, she saw this thing, and I've heard of this before, where you take whipped cream and food coloring, and you roll the egg in the whipped cream and food coloring, and it dyes the egg, and it's safe for children that are younger that don't understand. Don't drink the mix or don't put it in your mouth, eat it or whatever. I've heard something about whipped cream and food coloring, but I don't know how it's going to work out. She wants to try that. Well, I don't know how well it's going to work, and I got some of the old school um dye packs. You know what I'm saying? The little tablets you put down in the vinegar and water, and then you slide the egg down in there. Yeah, that's our backup. If the whipped cream and food coloring does not work. So, have y'all tried that yet? Hey, Christina, welcome in, honey bunny. How are you? Glad you made it. We were just talking about dyeing Easter eggs with whipped cream and food coloring. That's what Taylor wants to do this year. And we've never done that. I've never heard of that. What are you going to do this weekend? You and the husband and daughter are going to be together this weekend? Hey, Amy, how are you doing? I know. She said she saw it on TikTok. Amy, are you doing okay today? Y'all, Amy has auctions and she collabs with a lot of different channels. She has some really pretty jewelry. Y'all have to go over there and check her out. Go over to her channel. Let me turn Amy. Hold on a minute, Amy. Let's see. Hold on. There she is. Okay, Amy, next time you type, you should be blue and you can people can go over and check you out. Oh yeah, you're with Scooter Renee. That's your main person that you collab with, I think. Scooter Renee is so sweet. And she also has I can't even get my mouse to work right. Scooter Renee also has auctions. Claudette's dropping links. But no, I mean we were just talking about having Easter lunch, what we were having, were we having a big lunch or a small lunch? I was wanting a smaller lunch, but the family wants more than just a something simple. So it's turned into a full blown like Thanksgiving and Christmas now. So that's what our house is going to do, and do a Easter egg hunt. But we're going to do it Friday and Saturday, and I guess the children will be at their house on Sunday, because the Easter bunny has to bring the Easter baskets and everything. So, oh, and we're not doing anything special, but we will be together. Lowe's is closed for Easter this year. Oh, nice. Y'all check out Christina's channel. She does dumpster diving, and y'all, I don't know why it had to happen after I become wheelchair bound, but if I was still ambulatory, I would do dumpster diving. I would have to absolutely check out some dumpsters in my area. I used to watch all these channels. That's the channels I started watching when I started watching YouTube, was people that would go dumpster diving and people that picked up scrap metal. With on the road, they'd pick up scrap metal and go sell it. That's what I started out watching. And then it ended up into the auction community, which is a great community. I've been treated very well in this community, considering that I don't do auctions, which I used to. I used to do auctions. It was called Angie's Auction Arena, and it's a lot when you do auctions. I don't know if y'all know that, but it's a lot of work. The Easter Bunny always came to us when we were camping. Oh, nice. Cool. I used to love to go camping too. We had some wonderful camping vacations with our children. Wonderful times with our children camping. We are having two veteran Marine friends from our church over for Easter dinner after church. Fred and Stan, great friends and amazing retired vet. Oh, Amy, that is awesome. I'm very patriotic. Very patriotic. That is wonderful. How that happened with 8 kids, I don't know. Yeah, that was a lot of work back then, and you probably didn't even realize it. Or maybe you did and had the energy to do it, because when Taylor and Brent picked Lincoln up late Sunday afternoon, I told them, I said, I know why God gives children to younger people. Why you have children at a younger age, because, and like I said, he's not a bad baby. He just demands a lot of attention. You have to chase after him. He's into everything. He wants to climb on everything. He's just curious about everything. Oh, that's good, Claudette. You will love Lisa. You will love her. We are very patriotic as well. I just love these two older men who unfortunately outlived their own wives. Oh, bless their heart. Amy, do y'all have sunrise service? Well, if they're coming after church to have lunch, y'all probably don't have sunrise service. I don't even know if people have sunrise service anymore. Nora, the stock explorer, the cool kid of the block. How are you, Nora? What you been doing, girl? Oh, you thought you were? Oh, well, I'm glad you are now. Ella, 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 Ella. I received my happy that was in my box from Victoria. I'm going to do a little short video on it as soon as I get off this live. But it was the cutest little thing for Livy. Oh my gosh. When I opened it, I said, oh my goodness, James, look at this. But Ella sent something through Victoria to me as a little gift, and it's for Livy because it's for an infant. But it is so cute. I'm gonna do a little video on it. Thank you, Ella. I appreciate it. You know I love you, my sister. Nora, what you doing this Easter weekend? Are you working? Are you working, girly girl? Ella, y'all don't miss out on going and being a part of that show, because you better make sure that you're all set. You go to the bathroom first thing, relieve yourself because you're going to laugh a lot. Then you go and get you a snack and a drink and get relaxed. Be prepared to stay a little while and go over there to Save Here First auction. It is fun. Not only is it an auction, but it is fun. She collabs with a Picky Nikki, who is wonderful, on Tuesdays. And then she does an auction on Monday morning, I think. Wednesday she does one and Victoria's there to help when she can. Adventures with Victoria. And Fridays, sometimes she does one on Thursday, but she has guests. Well, she might do one every Thursday. And she has guests. You know, if you want to go on there and sell. And Ella's really good about having people on if they want to come on and sell. And then on Friday is the day that she and Victoria get on there and they, oh my gosh, they argue and fuss and, just like sisters, and say the funniest things ever on there. They just have a good rapport, just like she and Nikki. They have a good, you know how when you have two people on the panel and they just really go well with each other. Well, that's the way. Ella has been so blessed to have found so many people that she really connects with. But you got to love Ella. Just go over there. I mean, I figure all you know her, but I'm just saying in case you don't, go over there and check her out. Yes, ma'am. Sunrise service in Colorado is amazing. Then we have a breakfast for all at. Yes, that's what we used to do. Yes. We had a sunrise service for years at my old church. I don't think they do that anymore, but it was a wonderful thing. I always enjoyed sunrise service, but I think back getting two children up and getting to church by 6 o'clock in the morning. And on Sunday morning at Easter, you wear your Sunday best. You have bought yourself an Easter dress and Easter clothes for the guys. I mean, you just going to be all decked out. So not only are you getting yourself dressed like that, but you getting your children dressed like that to attend church that morning. Easter best. The Winning Walk with Christina. We live in a small town northeast of Denver and have the most beautiful sunrise service with our small congregation. Yeah, small congregations are, to me, it makes it more intimate, more, you just are able to know everyone and get close to everyone. And really, our church grew immensely. And I don't mind the bigger church, it's just not like the small church. Oh, I bet that's beautiful. One of my mama's friends lived in Monument. Hey, Life of Triplets. I can't imagine having triplets. I'm doing good. My brother and family live just about 15 miles south of Monument. Beautiful part of our state. Oh, she's telling Christina. I love Colorado. I'd love to come back and visit. Um, I just lost my train of thought, people. Oh, it must have been not important. But I know what I was gonna say. I was telling y'all a few weeks ago that we were still gonna have cold weather up until after Easter because, you have your Easter snap and they say don't plant your gardens until after Good Friday. That's the thing. And which it looks like that's when we're gonna be able to plant ours. We were planning on planting it last weekend, but Taylor had her incident and had to have her shunt replaced. So we couldn't, we had Lincoln, so we didn't plant it. And now this weekend is Easter, and we're not going to plant this weekend, so it'll be next weekend. But I was telling James and Taylor and them that as soon as Easter is over, it is going to start getting warm, and I'm talking about it's not going to ease into it. It's going to go from being cool to hot. I don't think we're just going to ease into it. Thank you, Claudette. Yes, give me one of these, please. Hey, Devil Dog, how are you? I am not looking forward to humidity. I am not looking forward to it at all. Oh, it's 81. Well, it was 83 one day here. Yes, Angie, we love our church family and we can always count on them for anything. When I had my stroke 2 years ago, our pastor came immediately to the ER and stayed the entire time. That means so much when that happens. I don't know if it does to y'all, but it means so much. And y'all don't know what it meant for me. I can keep saying it, but y'all don't know what it meant for me for y'all to be praying for my daughter that y'all don't even really, I've never met. Y'all know her by seeing her a couple times on my videos or by me talking about her, but y'all don't really know her. But y'all were praying for her, praying for me, my family. Oh, it meant so much. It's already down here. Oh, it was in the 90s last weekend. Oh, Christina, it's coming. Oh, honey bunny, it's coming. And I'll tell y'all one thing. I don't look forward to July and August. August especially. Oh my gosh. August here in Mississippi is so bad. It is, the humidity will just about suffocate you when you go out the door. Oh, and y'all go over and visit the Stock Explorers YouTube channel. She does scratch off tickets. She does the stock market. She's great. You will enjoy that chat. You will enjoy her. You just need to go over there and visit her. Angie, have you met Gary yet? I don't know who you're speaking of. Prayers help our great physician. Here's, yes, Amy. Amen on that. He took care of us this past weekend when Taylor had her episode, and I just gave him thanks, and I'm still giving him thanks for letting her come through her surgery. Yeah. I haven't met him in person, but he only lives about 40 minutes from me. Mississippi, Amy. Mississippi has awful humidity. It is so bad. Yes, Christina, it means so much. It's one thing when someone prays for you, and I always feel the prayers and I appreciate them. But when somebody's praying for your child, it is, being a mom, it means so much when you have people praying for your children. And I usually do not mention anything in the chat about something happening, with my health, or especially in an auction, because they're selling things, and that's not the time. But when I got that phone call about Taylor being unresponsive at work, and I was on Dawn's Southern Finds and Yarn Again Teresa's, and James was outside cutting grass, and I just had to say it in the chat. I was so upset. I was like, please pray for Taylor. She's unresponsive at work, And then after I did it, days later, I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything in the chat. It's hotter than Texas. It's hotter in Texas than Mississippi. Me and Gary are always arguing about that. He wants to meet everyone first. It sure is. Texas is a furnace. It can be hot, but if you have humidity on top of that heat, oh my goodness. And if the states that don't experience humidity, and they have that dry air, oh man, y'all are blessed. Y'all are blessed. Glad you did say something in the chat. Oh, thanks, Purple. I am down here by the Gulf of America. We have humidity. Key West. Mississippi has that humid heat, and it's miserable. Texas is that dry, arid heat. Yes. I had an aunt that lived in Texas. She lived in Houston, Texas. And we would go spend 2 weeks out of the summer with her when we were in school, like elementary school. And I don't ever remember it being hot, as hot over there as it is here. Anyone can always ask for prayer in my chat anytime. I have stopped my sale in the middle, just like Ella does on her auctions, to pray when needed. Oh, thank you, Amy. See, I don't mind people coming into my chat asking for prayer or anything like that. I will stop, and if they want me to pray for them, I'll pray for them right then and there. If not, I'll put them on my prayer list because I pray and meditate every morning and have my quiet time, which I'm thankful for. I don't see how people do it that go through the day without having their prayer and quiet time, whether it's in the morning, in the evening, at night, whenever they choose to have it. Right now, it isn't that bad, but it's 51% humidity right now. I don't know. It's not much humidity here today. That's where I am, right by Houston. Okay. You're in H Town, Double Dog. Cool. Some of my friends live in Cypress. Yep, that's northwest side. Colorado has the same dry heat, very low humidity in Colorado. In fact, we have a in-home humidifier going round the clock. Oh, I am in Dayton, Texas, east of Houston. Never been to Dayton. I've been to Houston, Dallas, uh, Galveston. Uh, where else have I been in Texas? So, with that being said, I have a friend that was in a coma for 2.5 months. I don't know what happened. Oh, wow. See, that was scary for me when Taylor had her event at work. Her being unconscious, unresponsive, she could have went into a coma. Uh, actually, she could have it could have been really bad, and I don't even want to think about that. But when that person called me and told me that she was unresponsive, I flipped because all I could think about was unresponsive means she's not breathing. Daytona, I know exactly. Dayton, Dayton. Okay, I know exactly where that is. My friend Cynthia lives there. It is so very nice to be in your chat for a while. Nice to learn more about you, Angie, and others in the chat. I have got to go and get some work done. Okay, Amy, thank you for dropping in. It's so good to get to know you too. You have a good day. See you soon at one of the auctions. All right, a few more questions. What wind instrument means little in Italian? Do y'all know about wind instruments? Yes, Angie, we talked last in November until last night. I'm lifting him up. Take his time. Take him his time to tell me. Yes, that's right, Winnie Roll. Okay, let me get this straight, Purple. He's out of the coma now, but he was in a coma for 2.5 months. Is that what you're saying? Piccolo is right. Yes. Okay. Do they know why he went into a coma? Why did he go into a coma? Was it was he a diabetic? Was he in an accident? What happened? Yes, that's wonderful that he come out of the coma. I'm gonna see what she says was wrong with him. Had he been sick or did he go into a diabetic coma or what happened? Oh, you don't know yet. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go to the next card. Who painted the Sistine Chapel? Who painted it? I can tell y'all it has the same name as one of the Ninja Turtles. I'll give y'all a hint. Oh, that's good, Purple. That's good. Let him tell you as he well, that's great. Yes. Yes. That's a good friend. Yes. Let him tell you a little at a time. Michelangelo, right. Okay. In what country would you find the Leaning Tower of Pisa? In what country would you find the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Good, ain't it? That's right, Christina, Italy. Yep. We're going to play this game when the children come this weekend. All right, this is going to take you back to school, okay? Some of you may have liked school, some maybe not. Some maybe don't even remember high school. You know, you were all up in everything else. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the letters Mg? We should know this by medicines that we take. Mg. What does that stand for? I got this from Yarn Yarn Again. I got it from her auction, and it you can play trivia, charades, or Who Am I? It's 3 different games. I'm gonna let everybody put their answer in. Which element on the periodic table is represented by the letters Mg? We should know this by some. It's not really medicine, but it's what do you call them? Vitamin things. It may have this. It is magnesium. Magnesium. I'm just going to randomly pick a card. I'll be glad when I go to the eye doctor. Okay, this will take you back. Who had hits with Call Me and Heart of Glass? Call Me. That was back in the 80s, so I'm sure a lot of y'all can get this. Who had hits with Call Me and Heart of Glass? Which I love that song, Heart of Glass, but I can't sing it. I see 3 people that say Blondie, and that would be correct. Blondie. All right, this is so easy. Everybody can get this one. How many sides does an octagon have? How many sides does an octagon have? Oh no, Christina, I would have loved to have seen that. I bet that was so good. All right, we got 8, 8, 8. Y'all are correct. It's 8. All right, I'm going to see how many of y'all know this one. What name is given to the Japanese horseradish? What name is given to Japanese horseradish? You know, we call it horseradish. So in Japan, what do they call it? What do they call it? And it don't worry about the spelling of it. Okay, purple says wasabi. Claudette says wasabi. Christina says bok choy. And Amy's like, yes, wasabi. Yes, wasabi. That's right. Y'all, I love Japanese food. I love Japanese food, Chinese food. Now, I don't need it. I'm going to tell y'all right off the bat, I do not need Chinese food. It has all that oh what is it? See, oh my goodness. What is that you're not supposed to have and it makes you swell and um it's in every MSG, yes. I know it was mine too. It has all that in it. And y'all, the autoimmune disease that I have is already inflammation, okay? So that's already I'm inflamed. And then if I eat Chinese food, oh my gosh, it just enhances it. It's like whoop. And I wait long periods of time before I eat Chinese or Japanese or something like that. But every once in a while, I have to break down and eat Chinese or Japanese. I just love it. Many of the Japanese and Chinese restaurants have eliminated the MSG in their food. Oh, that's great, Amy. Interesting how they add MSG here in the US, but in China, they they don't. It's banned. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I do. I feel like a baby blimp, exactly. And I can tell the difference. I can tell it. You should try asking your local restaurant if they have. Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I ever think about that? Chinese food all tastes the same. I quit eating it long ago. No flavor. Well, some of it to me does taste the same, but then some I can get that is a little different. Now, if you get the sweet and sour of anything, to me, it's going to basically taste the same. But I like the sesame chicken, the sweet and sour chicken, the wontons. I like that. I just like a lot of it. The mushrooms that they have that they stuff, I like those. All right, here we go. Few more questions. In what year did Amelia Earhart disappear over the Pacific Ocean? Yeah, James loves the soups. Yeah, I agree. Nora. Even in a small town in Colorado has MSG free options, Angie. I think you should be able to get them there. I'll ask. I'm definitely going to ask. James loves egg rolls too. Claudette said 1937. Purple said 1937. Have y'all ever watched that movie about her, Amelia Earhart? They never knew. They never found her. I mean, she's just gone. Y'all making me hungry. Anytime we talk about food, Nora, it's that. It was good, Claudette. Yes, it was a good movie. Yeah, if you can get the right egg rolls, yes. Yeah, just disappear without a trace. All right. Which designer brand created the Kelly bag? Which designer brand created the Kelly bag? I'm not even sure I know what the Kelly bag is. Okay, so this answer, Claudette said Grace Kelly. This answer has a hyphen over the. I don't know what the Kelly bag is. My phone. What is a Kelly bag? Picture of the Kelly bag. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all, and then I'm the HERMES hyphen. That's who. That's who. And that's what the bag looks like, and that's the price. Well, it's very clear that I will never own one of those bags. I will never, ever. Yes, Amy, it's nice that we can ask Google. And we can also ask Alexa. James and I ask Alexa all kind of questions. So now I understand why I never knew what a Kelly bag was, because Kelly bag's so expensive, it's out of my league. There would be no reason for me to know about a Kelly bag. No reason at all. But now we know. Hey, Scarlett, how are you doing? Who has herpes? Oh my gosh, you're so funny. If I could afford it, I would never pay that much for it. I know, I wouldn't either. Yes, that too, Angie. Those are ridiculously priced. I don't know why anybody would even consider paying that. I could I could just think of so much more to do with that money than to wear it on my shoulder. I mean, I don't get it. But some people like it. Not judging. All right, let's see. All right, y'all got to think about this. Do veins carry blood towards the heart or away from it? Veins. Do veins carry blood toward or away from the heart? I know, Amy, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Me being me says towards. Nora says towards. Amy says toward. No, Amy says away. Claudette says away. Winning Walk says away. That's why we're. That's why we were wear compression socks to the heart. It's toward the heart. Blood in veins needs oxygen. Blood in arteries has oxygen. You so smart, Nora. Which sign of the zodiac is represented by a bull? Yeah, we need the blood flowing up. Amy said, I gotta brush up on my anatomy and physiology. Cool Ranch says Taurus. Nora said Taurus. Me being me said, I'm not into signs. Oh, you don't have to apologize. Was born in May, and it is May, and it is the bull. It is May. On to the next. Oh, this one's easy. This is another medical question, but it's easy. What is the largest internal organ of the human body? This one's easy. Y'all just stop and think a minute. Oh, you're May too, Scarlett? Nice. Internal organ. Internal. The largest internal inside you. What is the largest organ? I'm going to give y'all another chance that thought I meant just any organ because your skin is an organ, but it's inside you. What is the largest organ inside you? Let's see. Cool Ranch says brain. Purple says liver. Nora says intestines. Liver. The answer is liver. Your liver is the largest internal organ in your body. And of course, y'all know that if they take part of your liver that it will come back. It will regenerate. It will come back. That's the only organ that I think will do that in your body. Okay, here's an easy one. What are the three primary colors? We learned this in elementary school. Do y'all remember the three primary colors? Primary colors. I was kidding, really. Learn this in school. Nora says red, blue, and yellow. So does anybody else have an answer? Three primary colors, the primary colors. I just Googled it and y'all right, liver. I was thinking of that part of the movie, Show Me the Money, when the kids say the brain weighs 8 pounds. Show Me the Money that was good. Purple says red, blue, yellow. I think you can mix and make more. These are primary colors. All right. Hey, Johnny. How are you? The answer is red, yellow, and blue. That is the three primary colors. Y'all know y'all all know Johnny. If you don't, you're living under a rock if you're in my community. He had an auction today. He had his hump day auction. I went in for a little bit before I started my live. And he has a morning show. Hello, whatever floats your boat. Welcome in. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? Who wrote that? Who wrote the book To Kill a Mockingbird? Now, I don't know if y'all had to read this in high school. We had to read the book. I don't know if everybody in high school did. But our high school, we were required to read certain books, and this was one of them, To Kill a Mockingbird. Do y'all know who wrote that? Purple says Harper Lee wrote it. Anybody else want to take a? Was that Bobby Kennedy, or did he just hunt them? Kidding. Yep, Harper Lee. Harper Lee wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. Okay. In Alice in Wonderland, what animals are used for balls in the game of croquet? Or croquet, or ever how they say the word. What animals are used for balls in Alice in Wonderland? Do y'all remember that book? Just a quick hello, thumbs up, and still praying. Hope Taylor's doing. Thank you, Miss Behaving. Thank you for dropping in. She's recovering. She's resting. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if we have an answer. Purple says hedgehogs. That's right, hedgehogs. All right, what color is the tongue of a giraffe? What color is the tongue of a giraffe? Have y'all ever looked at the tongue of a giraffe? Yes, he is purple. Yes, he is. I could not live my life without him. All right, whatever floats your boat says purple. Purple Wink says pink. Bye, me being me. Thank you for dropping in. Claudette said, not lately. I hadn't looked at one lately. The color of the tongue of a giraffe, it was removed from our book list in our Small Town to Kill a Mockingbird. We had to read it on our own if we wanted to. No school credit. Oh, wow. I'll be listening until meeting. Thanks for the snacks. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Hey, Gladys, welcome in, honey. Good to see you. The answer is black. A giraffe's tongue is black. Yep. Oh, this is a good one. I fed the giraffes at our Denver Zoo. That must have been fun, Amy. I would love to do that. I've been here just watching. Oh, I'm glad you have been, Gladys. You know you're always welcome in my chat. It might be black. That would have to get down low for me to see their tongue. um okay. Complete the well-known phrase. This is a phrase. And my grandmother used to say this all the time. A bird in the hand is worth, and you got to finish it. A bird in the hand is worth. My grandmother used to say this all the time. Have y'all ever heard that phrase? Because the older people would always say, a bird in the hand's worth, and they would finish the phrase. Whatever floats your boat says it's worth two in the bush. Yes, they would always say that. A bird in the hand's worth more than two in the bush. That means if you already have something, don't bet with somebody to get more because you already have what you have. So don't risk it. That's what they were saying. Even if it looks good, if it looks good what the person's offering you, don't do it because you already have it in your hand. So my grandmother used to always say, a bird in the hand's always better than two in the bush. Where in the body is insulin produced? Where do you produce insulin in the body? That should be an easy one. Claudette says pancreas. We're going to do a couple of more questions, and that's going to be it. Does everybody agree with Claudette, or do y'all have purple says pancreas? If you have anything to do and you have if you're a diabetic, or if you know someone that has to have insulin, you pretty much know the answer to this question. The answer is pancreas. All right, we're going to do 2 more questions. The juniper berry, juniper, Juniper. The juniper berry is used to flavor which alcoholic drink? The juniper berry. What alcoholic drink does it flavor? Juniper. Nora says schnapps. Purple says gin. Claudette says, I don't know. Oh, y'all gonna love the next question. Gladys said, I don't drink. Why are you asking me this stuff? This is just knowledge trivia. Amy said, gin, I'm not sure. The answer is gin. Yep, the answer is gin. The juniper berry. I don't even know what a juniper berry is. Do y'all know what a juniper berry is? Does anybody know what a juniper berry is? This is just useless knowledge that we're trying to get. Ooh, a juniper berry looks. Let me show y'all what it looks like. It kind of looks like a blueberry. That's what a juniper berry looks like. It's kind of a bluish purple looking when it gets ripe. I didn't know what a juniper berry looked like. Purple said they smell amazing. I didn't know. That's interesting. Juniper bushes grow juniper berries. See, that's why I love trivia, because it dawns on you why something is the way it is. You know, just like when you study in your Bible and it says it's harder for a rich man to enter heaven. It's harder for a rich man to enter heaven than a camel to go through the eye of the needle. And that's just me phrasing it. And as a child, I was thinking eye of a needle is like you sewing eye of the needle. But the eye of the needle is where the camels go through over in Jerusalem or somewhere. And it's this thing that's rounded, shaped like this. and the camels have to go through it, and it's very difficult to go through. And it's called the eye of the needle. So when you read that in the Bible, it doesn't mean like you take a needle and the eye of the needle they're threading it. It doesn't mean that. So we have to be careful when we read stuff or try to learn things that we don't get the whole meaning of what it is. Amy, send me some ripe berry. Yes. Yuck. I avoid them at all costs. They make me itch like crazy, Purple Wings. Well, does gin, I don't even know if you're a drinker, Amy, but if you've ever drank gin, does it make you itch? Gin is real smooth. All right. Y'all gonna like this question. What was Elvis Presley's middle name? Y'all got to know this. You know, Elvis Presley's from Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi. Hey, Josie, my friend, how are you? Welcome in. I saw you today on the Hump Day auction. You were doing great. She said gin doesn't make me itch, it just makes me dizzy and stupid. I've been to Elvis's home too. Yes, loved it. Taylor used to be in love with Elvis when she was a child. She had Elvis everything. And I told James, I said, I'm really not worried about her. This is a person that's no longer living. So, as long as she stays, uh, he has her attention. We don't have to worry about anything else. But Taylor loved Elvis. Everything had to be Elvis. Y'all know that my friend Josie does auctions, and I think she's got one tonight with Selena and Scooter Renee. I know, Josie, you are always busy. I know you are. Am I right, Josie? You have an auction with Selena and uh Scooter Renee tonight? Purple said I went to his airplane. Nice. She did do good. Yes, tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific time on my channel. That's what I thought. Y'all don't forget to go over there and catch Josie with Selena and Scooter Renee. All right, we got one more question. I'm gonna try to give y'all one y'all gotta think about. Okay, here's a good one. What is the name of Prince William and Kate Middleton's second child? What is the name? You're right, Amy. Who can't love Elvis? You are exactly right. What is the name of Prince William and Kate Middleton's second child? And I can tell you it's a little girl. So it has to be a girl name. Well, it don't have to be a girl name, but it is a girl name. It's a little girl. Purple said Charlotte. Claudette said, I don't know. All right. Purple was right. The little girl's name is Charlotte. Her name is Charlotte, and she's so cute. The last time I saw them walking with her, they had her hand and walk. Cute, cute, cute. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming in and being with me today. Thank you for all the prayers from Taylor and from me. Don't forget to go visit these other channels that was in the chat. Y'all get to know each other, spend time together. You could find one of the greatest friends you've ever had. I know I have found some great people. I love this community. I love you all. There's nothing you can do about it. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I'll be putting out a neighborhood chat video and a little short video because I've gotten some free things and some things gifted to me. And I've won a couple of things on channels. But until we see each other again, bye, neighbor.